Minister of State for Aviation appears before Senate over air mishaps. President Muhammadu Buhari says his administration has so far performed well. Ahead of 2019, civil society wants higher standard for political party participation in elections. Welcome to the PM News on Television Nigerian. I am Eunice Johnson. The Minister of State for Aviation, Hadi Sirika, is to appear before the Senate to explain reasons for recent air mishaps in the country. In a motion in plenary, the senator representing Lagos East Federal Constituency, Senator Gbenga Ashafa, observed that the country had endured 2 air mishaps in February 2018 alone. One of them, he says, is a Dana airplane which overshot the runway upon landing at the Port Harcourt International Airport. He expressed concerns that the recent incidents may not be unconnected to human errors. Senator Gbenga Ashafa accused the airport officials of not undergoing due diligence before issuing clearance to aircraft operating in the country's airspace. In his reaction, the General Manager of the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, Henrietta Yakubu, explained that the incident was suspected to have been caused by heavy rain accompanied by strong storm. Henrietta also noted that no casualty was recorded as passengers were safely evacuated from the aircraft. President Muhammadu Buhari has applauded the efforts of his government in tackling the security situation in the country. The president, who spoke during his visit to Taraba State, said security situation in the country has improved since his assumption of office in 2015. The president's position was contained in a statement signed by his senior special assistant on media and publicity, Garba Shehu. Garba explained that in his visit to Taraba State, the president met with traditional rulers and appealed to them to ensure peace in their various communities. Ahead of the 2019 general elections, the Executive Director of Partners for Electoral Reforms, Ezenwa Nwagu, has asked the Independent National Electoral Commission and the Electoral Management Body to create tougher conditions for contest in the elections. This follows recent announcement by INEC of over 100 political parties registered to take part in the forthcoming elections. The Executive Director of Partners for Electoral Reforms, who was on national television, emphasized that the need to raise standard for participation at the polls was evident. He criticized calls for a multi-party system in the country, claiming that such move may not be a good idea. After the break, Niger Delta Minister distances self from crisis in Cross River APC. Thanks for staying with us. As the crisis in the All Progressives Congress in Cross River State deepens, the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Usani, has distanced himself from allegations that he is responsible for it. The minister, who said his political ambition had nothing to do with crisis in the state chapter of the party, revealed that the party in Cross River State is not tied to anybody. He made the clarification at the National Secretariat of the ruling party in Abuja. Usani, who spoke to newsmen through his aide, Sam Bassi, regretted that for long the Cross River State chapter of the APC has been without an effective chairman. And in business, the Central Bank of Nigeria says it is waiting for clearance from the Senate to enable it to host the first Monetary Policy Committee for 2018. This is supposed to be a committee meeting for this year. The bank said it could not hold the meeting in January 2018 due to the Senate's refusal to approve the critical committee needed to form a quorum as stipulated by the CBN Act 2007. If approved, the meeting will hold between March 19th and 20th. Talking sports. The former Barcelona coach, whose term with English side Manchester City has recorded appreciable wins, thinks that Man City cannot at the moment compare itself with Spanish giants Real Madrid and Barcelona. Guardiola is skeptic that despite Man City's status this season as favourites ahead of Barcelona and Real Madrid, football enthusiasts cannot hold them to a legacy whenever they play poorly. The runaway Premier League leaders will secure their place in the last 8 of the Champions League for the second time in history. Man City won their first trophy under the guidance of the Catalonian coach by beating Arsenal in the league finals. Nigerian junior fencer Egbesemiron Orisematoson has become the first on the podium for the Cadet Junior Fencing Championships after winning a bronze medal in Lagos. Reports say that the Nigerian fencers had their first experience at the 8 championships at Molade Okoya Thomas Sports Hall, Teslim Balogun Stadium, in the coastal city of Lagos. Egbesemiron ranked 7th at the tournament and was able to rake up 21 points to win the bronze. Nigeria is yet to participate in any junior fencing championships, but the country had put up a good fight in the male category with Egbesemiron and Caspar Soyoye leading the pack. Meanwhile, in the female category, Nigeria has also qualified for the semi-finals where they lost to Togo but were awarded a bronze medal. Speaking on Nigeria's success at the tournament, the technical director Nigeria Fencing Hastrop Ehekokaye applauded Team Nigeria for winning the medal. Russian President Vladimir Putin played football with FIFA boss Gianni Infantino in the Kremlin as part of the occasion to mark 100 days to the start of the Mondial in the East Europe country. The footage of the encounter was released by the football governing body in a tweet featuring legends of the leather game displaying breath-catching maestros. Amazon chief Jeff Bezos is now the world's richest man, taking the top spot from Microsoft founder Bill Gates. Gates slipped to second place as United States President Donald Trump's position on the list dropped to number 766 from 544 in the last edition. Legendary investor Warren Buffett held on to his number 3 ranking, followed by French industrialist Bernard Arnault, who is the world's number 4 richest man. And in entertainment news, recently released blockbuster Black Panther has exceeded $500 million in theaters. Just this week, the Marvel Studios' handiwork made another record of $65 million in returns. Available records show that the movie had been tracked 10th highest domestic grossing movie in history. Analysts say the movie is sure to eclipse the 9th spot on the list to outdo 2017's Beauty and the Beast, which made $504 million domestically. It could go further to surpass the Avengers, which ranked in $623 million domestically in 2012. To end the news bulletin, highlights of the major stories. Minister of State for Aviation to appear before the Senate over air mishaps. President Muhammadu Buhari says so far his administration has done well. Ahead of 2019, civil society wants higher standard for political parties. And that's the news at noon on Television Nigerian. Just before we go, I leave you with this thought. All things will be clear and distinct to the man who does not hurry, for haste is blind and improvident. Thanks for staying with us. I am Eunice Johnson. Bye for now.